Sup guys, this is my 2017 setup tour. Let's get right into it. I know this is a long-awaited video. I've said I was gonna do it since like halfway through last year, and I'm so glad to finally get to it. So we're just gonna get right into it. Starting off with this drawer. The bottom drawer contains a bunch of wires and a bunch of equipment that I might need at any point in time. It's not really specific, it's not really sorted, but mostly that drawer is meant for wires. As you can see, there's a ton of them. The top drawer contains my games and a few candles, and also some food that I eat along the way. And if you look at the top part of the shelf, this contains a lot of the things that I would need as I'm leaving the room, such as my keys, my wallet, SD cards, a phone case, some other watches, stuff like that. Also, my dead Elgato is sitting on the top of this drawer, kind of as decoration, you know? Another thing, I've always had a pair of scissors on these drawer because the worst feeling is needing to cut something and not having any scissors. I'm telling you, if you don't have a pair of scissors near you all the time, get some. Moving on to where my laptop sits, the candle's there only because I usually put my camera where the candle sits, but obviously I'm using the camera to record this video right now, so I just put the candle there to make it symmetrical. This is my MacBook Air, and I so regret not getting the MacBook Pro. I love my Mac though, I use it every single day. It's absolutely amazing, but I just really wish I had the extra power. A lot of people say that Macs are overpriced or underpowered, but I really prefer using my MacBook over other Windows laptops, but I prefer using my Windows desktop over Mac desktops. So that's kind of how I fit in between. But this MacBook is the baseline 13-inch MacBook Air, the late 2015 edition. It has an i5 1.4 GHz processor, 4 GB of RAM, and 250 GB of SSD storage. Now I know these don't seem like crazy good specs for the $1,000 price tag, but the optimization of OS X and everything about the Mac just really creates a fluid experience, and I like I said, I love it. But I basically use it for Netflix in my room, and that's pretty much it. By the way, this isn't actually my room, this is a separate room. My room's actually across the hall. I'm actually planning on upgrading to a new MacBook in the near future. To the right of my MacBook, there's some extra camera gear. The point and shoot is the Canon SX280HS, which is my old vlogging camera, but now I have this Canon T6i. And the GoPro is a Hero 3. The GoPro is getting a little outdated, but it does its job. And next to that is my Blue Yeti and the mic stand. I was planning on using the Blue Yeti to record the audio for this video, but I got this Rode video mic, and I just think it would be easier to use that rather than setting this up and making it a little bit more complicated. I bought the Blue Yeti like 3 years ago when I was doing Minecraft videos on my laptop, so it's been very faithful and it's still a great microphone. It definitely doesn't cost as much as it used to whenever I first bought it, so you can get it for like 80 bucks now. They even have a new model. Moving on are my two consoles, the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. The PlayStation 4 is actually the Taken King edition, which looks beautiful. I also love the white controller it comes with. I have both mainstream consoles and a custom built PC, so I really have the best of both worlds here. Moving up, literally, are my KRK Rocket 5 speakers and my TV. Now, I'd really say that these speakers are one of the main attractions for this setup because they are so good. I set up my Blue Yeti microphone to record some songs through the speakers to show you guys what it sounds like. Now, I know it's not gonna sound just like you're here because it's going through the speakers, then the microphone, then your headphones, but it's close enough, so. Also, I tried to record a very wide range of music so you guys could hear what different songs sound like on the speakers. So, here you go.
Shit, to be honest with you, man, she's a
bad thing. Finding in hell. Thick as fuck. Oh my god. Drop your love on me. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be.
The TV is pretty basic, it was really cheap. It's a TCL 42-inch screen panel, 1080p of course. There's really nothing special about it. Moving on to the control panel, these are two BenQ 24-inch 1080p monitors with a 1 millisecond response time. They're usually meant for console gaming, and they're sandwiching this 21-inch Samsung monitor that I bought like 4 years ago. Now before we move on to the peripherals and stuff, I want to talk about my PC. This thing took a long time to get to where it is today. I've practically replaced every single part in this build. No, literally replaced every single part in this build. I started off with a pre-built iBuyPower about 2 years ago, and ever so often I've replaced the graphics card, the processor, the motherboard, the RAM, even the power supply. And it's accumulated to an i7-4790K clocked at 3.8 GHz, a GTX 970 for the Win Edition by EVGA, 16 GB of RAM, 240 GB of SSD storage, and a terabyte of regular storage. The power supply in here has like 500 watts and it's plenty to power the entire system. But now moving on to the peripherals, I have a Razer Deathstalker keyboard, a Razer DeathAdder mouse, and a Razer Goliathus mousepad. Now I know most of my setup is black and white, and a little bit of yellow on the speakers, so it's kind of uncanny for everything to be green down there, but I really like these older Razer products. I've heard that the newer Razer products break a lot easier, so I don't know if I'll upgrade in the future to a mechanical keyboard or a new mouse, but I really do enjoy using these Razer products. My headset of choice is the Astro A40 TRs with the Pro Mix amp. These things are beastly. They're easily known as the best headset in at least the Call of Duty community. I know a lot of the CS players use the HyperX's, and a lot of people are forced to use Razer headphones. Not that Razer headsets are bad, Razer does a really good job with audio, but I'm just saying I prefer these over everything. Also, I have a Bose Mini SoundLink. This speaker is easily the best Bluetooth speaker out there right now. It sounds very true, the bass is just right, and unless you turn it up really loud, it doesn't really distort. I have to say this is one of my best purchases of all time. I use it all the time. Not in here necessarily because I have the speakers and the headphones, but out and about, you know, it's great. And yes, if you're wondering, my middle monitor is sitting on a stack of books. So now I want to move on to the cable management part of the video. A short while ago, I used to have okay-ish cable management, but now I'd say that it's almost top tier. The reason why I wouldn't say it's top tier is because a lot of stuff is hanging and it's not 100% clear. I've also taped a lot of stuff, but my cable management game has definitely stepped up. Now that's pretty much it, but I also have some stuff in the keyboard tray on the left side of my desk. Down there contains the remote to the LEDs, an iPad mini, my custom Bose QC15 headphones that I got about 2 years ago. Also, I have a duster, and last but not least, the remote to the TV. Also, to the left of my desk, I have a mini fridge, which is super helpful. I really don't like soda, so I usually put water and like lemonade or brisk in there. My brother likes to put Coke in there, and I don't really mind because it's pretty big. And on top of the mini fridge, there's an old amplifier and a turntable that don't work. I don't know if you guys saw my last video, but I explained that. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the setup tour, and see you guys later. Bye.